Hi there, it's Natalie again, back after sabbatical, about a week. um, to be honest, every day is a struggle to get on here. Every day is a struggle just to even wake up, right? Let alone express myself. And I think yesterday, or maybe it was even today, my horoscope said it's scary to be seen. Amen to that. If I still drink, I would say I'll drink to that. Still day by day, right? One foot in front of the other, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Or I've adapted that and said just keep singing. Just keep singing. So can't go wrong if you're singing. Couple things I need to talk to my future self about. I did notice the other day when the microwave said 000, and that is significant to me because when I redid all my angel numbers, 000 is just mommy. So if anybody's new here, I recently lost my mother, and this is my expression so that it doesn't get bottled up and stored deep down inside, and then, in another 20 years I got to work through that trauma too. So here we are. Also, this is my chance to see where I can really improve moving forward in any more spiritual awakenings, and also where I can give myself grace, whatnot. So I did notice the 000 on there, and like I said, 000 is significant because 000 is mommy. So I love you, mommy. I know you're out there. So, and since I'm on this thing about connection, I did also have the same gentleman that I commented on before, the gentleman who said look out for signs for her. They came in with a third gentleman this Wednesday. We're regulars. And the third gentleman was not aware that I had lost my mother. Anyway, I got lots of hugs Wednesday, which is awesome because eventually I'm going to print shirts that say hugs heal. Watch for those, because they're gonna take the world by storm. So I had lots and lots of hugs, and he said to me, I had to drive from here to there, and it was quite a distance that he described to me. He said, but it was, the Wednesday before Christmas, and he would be damned if he wasn't gonna come and say hi to me on Christmas. And so that really meant a lot to me. I really love that man. And then he also said to me, I'm a really, really picky man. And he said, but I just love you to pieces. And I'm like, oh man, goodness. Sorry, but that kind of connection is just heartwarming. Where would you find that with any corporate job? Where can you find that? In the hugs, just the hugs. And the one gentleman was sitting on the inside of the booth next to the other gentleman, and he was waving at me, hi. And I'm like, oh, don't you worry, I'm coming for you. I just crawled up in the booth behind him, and put my arms around his. That was a really good day. That was a really good interaction. Very, very happy about that. So then, of course, when they left, there was more hugs to be had, and he said to me, do me a favor, I said, anything for you. And he says, I've lost both my parents. He said, I used to have 9 siblings. I'm down to 3. He's like, I've lost them all. He said, do me a favor. He's like, talk to her. Talk to her. So, I love you, mommy. I hope you're proud of me. I don't really know what else to say. I miss you so much. I'm learning so much from your passing, as unfortunate as it was, but I want to let you know that it is not squandered. I'm using it as an opportunity to rebuild myself and to hopefully, exude more love and kindness into the world. So your passing is not in vain. At least I hope it won't be. So that's what I have to say to you today. Don't worry, there's more on the way. I did notice you on the microwave, Mama. Couple other things I noticed as well. there was a couple times I came home from work and I looked and I saw that my bathrobe was on the floor in my bedroom, and I asked my sister, were you in my closet? Sometimes she needs to borrow pants, you know, no big deal, but if something's out of place, I told her, I said, I'm going to think that it's mom. And she shared with me that every time she closes her eyes, she sees my mother. So, you know, I'm glad that this is a safe space in which, you know, I can voice my voice. And she's free to, you know, share with me and stuff. And it's a supporting, loving environment. So I am blessed to have that. Because I do live with my sister and two of her daughters, two of my nieces who just lost their grandmother. And, but we're figuring it out. My niece, my other niece, her other daughter flew out from Wisconsin. And she's currently here for the next few weeks while we figure out what we want to do for a celebration of life. And just to be overall support. And she's got a daughter, you know, 2 years old. I mentioned her before, my mother's great-granddaughter. So she's here too, and it's really nice having her here. She used to say buh when she was meaning to say bye, but now she's saying bye, and it's kind of sad because I really like the buh. So I'm trying to bring the buh back, even though hopefully that doesn't stifle her growth. But you know, kids are just so innocent and so inquisitive and so open. You know, it's really great having her here. She is too, so, you know, there is some drawback to that. So, not really though. I mean, it's, you know, a labor of love. You know, she loves books. She loves to throw them all over the place. I'm glad she's taking an interest in books because, you know, that makes me proud. Even if they're just on the floor, at least she was taking and shine to them. So awesome. I'm proud auntie, proud great aunt. You know, I was a great aunt before, but now, you know, now it's, you know, technical. I'm technically a great aunt. So I did, being the crazy person that I am, I did, well, I don't want to say Google, I safaried. I safaried. The spiritual significance of my bathrobe on the floor, and lo and behold, there was some search results. I shouldn't be surprised, but it was pretty cool. So what I found was that depending on the color of the garment that, you know, was on the floor, which is purple because purple is my favorite color, so why wouldn't my robe be purple? That let me consult my resources here. I do not have this memorized. Purple is associated with royalty and spiritual enlightenment. It embodies regal grace and inner sovereignty. Oh. Signifies a deep connection to the divine and reverence for spiritual, yeah, I don't even know what I wrote right there. Spiritual truths. Yeah, truths. Empowers individuals to embrace their innate nobility and embrace their spiritual journey with dignity and purpose. So I love it. I really like that. That's something I can get behind. So thank you for that, Mama. Thank you. Because this is quite the spiritual journey. Absolutely. What else did I also noticed that you moved my paints off the shelf. So, and this was a couple days ago and they're still on the floor. I've not picked them up. I did step on them a couple times. So, but I want to let you know that I will be painting this evening. As soon as I'm done uploading this video, I will be painting. I understand the value in that. I understand the value in creativity, and I will acquiesce this evening. So the paints moved from the floor. What else was there? Yeah, paints on the floor. Robe on the floor. Yeah. Also, I do want to let you know, also my future self, that rather than focus on the loss that this has been, I want to start focusing on the lessons that I'm taking away from it. And so the first lesson is to take more opportunities to be kind to myself and to others. I wrote down be kinder, but that's not what I mean. I mean to be kind more frequently. I'm the first one to admit that I'll see, customers in a wheelchair, crutches or something, and I really want to go hold the door for them, but, I feel like it wouldn't be prudent if I'm standing at a table, to, hurry up and scurry away to go hold the door open. And then, but, I'm not sure. Maybe, it's a context kind of thing in the moment, but I really do want to make more effort to hold the door, to smile more often at people. I also want to have shirts printed that say I collect smiles, because I do. It's the best hobby ever. But I could just imagine how many more smiles I could collect if I'm actually wearing a button or a pin or something, or a shirt that says I collect smiles, and people read it and then, they have no choice but to smile. So imagine all the smiles that can come my way when that comes to fruition. So that's very exciting, something to look forward to. But be more kind more often. I find myself over the past few days asking myself, well, do I love myself or don't I? And I'm happy to say that sometimes the answer is no, right? Sometimes the answer is just like, but more often than not, the answer is yes. Yes, I love myself. So I'll put down, the bag of trail mix. I don't need to eat any more trail mix because I love myself and I want to penalize myself the next morning. Also, I don't need to eat a handful of M&Ms just because they're right in front of my face when they're milk chocolate and I have vegan chocolate chips, that are 3 feet away that I could, shovel into my face as well. So, do I love myself or don't I? Every moment, every instance is a opportunity to be kinder to myself as well. I'm starting to build more self-confidence, because I am starting to value myself more. I get to work early because I am trying to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is a battle, let me tell you. Not for any particular reason, but just to not be hurried, not to be rushed, just to putter around so I can put my clothes in the dryer and I can put them on fresh from the dryer and they're nice and warm, and I can take my time, picking out my socks, and I can walk the dog, and if the dog wants to walk for half an hour, so be it. And it's so quiet, and I can sing, or I can journal, I can meditate, I can do whatever I want, anything that I need to prepare myself for the day. And so that is one of the lessons that I'm learning, Mama, is that I got to take care of myself, and I got to be gentle with myself, and I can sacrifice in some areas so that I can make my life a little bit more pleasurable, be kinder to myself. So with that said, I'm getting to work on time, which I did have a problem with before, but that I'm also finding I'm leaving work on time, not hanging out, I'm not, she would say hemming and hawing, not hemming and hawing, because my time is valuable too. That's another lesson. It's really beautiful how it flows into the other one. I just saw 13:33 on the clock. How they flow into one another, because time is not a given. Tomorrow is not a given. Every moment is not a given. So I need to respect myself and my time more. And when I leave work on time, I'm telling myself, you're important too. Your time is valuable, even if I don't have anything productive or busy or anything to do. But as a server, I make $11 an hour, and so with that said, my time is way more valuable than $11 an hour. If I'm not making tips, then there's so many other things that I could be doing, that are worth more than $11 an hour. So I love my job. I absolutely love my job. It is the perfect vehicle, the perfect platform in which to seek more connection and to make love my superpower. And I'm learning a lot about myself and, how I want to be and the person that I want to become through this job. And I'm absolutely happy to be a server. I love it to death. I get to walk around and sing, and I struggled with my ego in this for a long time, because I went to school for a long time And I have a master's degree in criminal justice, which I am currently not using. I did work for corporate America for a time. I have 2 cybersecurity certifications. I did cybersecurity for a time, and but corporate America it didn't resonate with my soul, with my heart. And so when I took a job serving tables again, which I did when I was a teenager, I struggled a lot with that. I mean, I think I still do on occasion, you know, when people say, why are you here? Why are you here? But there's not even a question. What other job can you walk around and sing? What other job can you be yourself? And, you know, I do have a lot of autonomy there. And after 2 years, you know, my schedule is just perfect, you know, and I have that deep relationship with my coworkers and my customers that I wouldn't get if I was sitting behind a cubicle, or if I was cold calling people, or, you know, I just thought what is life about if we're not here to enjoy each other and connect? I don't feel like I can find that in corporate America. So until, you know, divine timing comes around, I think I'm meant to be there. I think, you know, I am truly enjoying myself. So I'm happy to make $11 an hour. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. I'm grateful for everything. But when it comes down to me choosing myself, well, do I love myself or don't I? Do I want to hang out here for another half an hour and, you know, or do I just want to get my work done, you know, and get out into the sunshine and cuddle with my dog? So I'm grateful for my job, and I'm grateful for my schedule, and I'm grateful for my coworkers and my customers, and they're very, very good to me, all of them, my job included. So I don't want to say that, you know, if it's worth it to you, but that's like a personal choice, right? So if you want to hang out, if you're having a good time, you know, great, absolutely. But for me personally, I need to find more time to love on myself. So I just have so much love to give and so much love to give, but I gotta love myself first before it'll be truly expanded into the universe, I believe. So I gotta cultivate that. I gotta cultivate my energy. And speaking of which, there's some sad music playing in the background. I think it's Evanescence, but I apologize for that. My niece is cleaning the kitchen, and I don't want to deter her. So I'm not gonna ask her to turn the music down. If she's on her flow, then please, by all means, because kitchen needed cleaning. So be kinder to others, be kinder to myself. Do I love myself or don't I? Because tomorrow's not a given. Tonight's not a given. There's so much going on. Wow, goodness, there's a lot going on. I need to be grounded. I need to be rested. I need to be, well, I mean, we all do, right? It's not just me. But I mean, it's a personal choice for everybody. You decide what grounds you, and maybe some people, their work does ground them. So be it. To each his own. But as long as, you know, we all have that, you know, we all have that time and that freedom to express ourselves, to be ourselves, to nurture ourselves. I think that's very important. You know, there was a couple other things that I wanted to touch on, but they escape me for right now because I have painting very heavy on my mind. So, I mean, there's a reason that my paints flew off the shelf. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm genuinely interested to find out. So, if I think of them, I'll write them down and we'll address them in the next video. Until then, this is Natalie signing off. Thanks for playing, and I love you.